the 30-second elevator speech. My name is John Barton. Today we're going to talk about probably the most important skill that I think is important when you are trying to sell yourself. Okay? This is where you have to sell yourself. You have 30 seconds to impress somebody. Extremely, extremely important skill that you need to know. Okay. What you're going to learn today is something very, 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 very simple. You need to practice, practice, practice. Okay? Because when I did my 30-second elevator speech the other day, it took me 7 times to make sure I was comfortable with it. And after I looked at the 7th time, I said, no, I'm not comfortable with that. So the key to this is, number 1, is to practice. Number 2 is to be concise. And number 3, to be specific. Okay? So, let's practice right off the bat. My name is John Barton. I am the director of the undergraduate accounting program at the University of Texas at Dallas. I am a certified public accountant in the state of New York. I'm a certified fraud examiner. I have over 30 years of accounting experience. I specialize in financial statements, team building, and leadership. How can I help you? Okay? All right, so let's critique me. What's my name?
John Barton.
John Barton. Am I a certified public accountant?
Yes.
In which state?
New York.
New York. Am I a certified fraud examiner? Yes. Am I the director of the undergraduate accounting program? Yes. I don't know if I said the University of Texas at Dallas. Someone might want to pick that up. I don't think I did. Okay. How can I help you? What are my specialties?
Team building.
Team building, leadership, and
Fraud.
financial statements.
Okay.
Financial statements. All right. See how concise? That's okay. You can let them in. Okay. See how concise and to the point I was? Very specific. I didn't use an acronym in there, right? I didn't say UTD. I should, if I said that, I would have said the University of Texas at Dallas. Notice how I said certified public accountant. I didn't say CPA. Notice I did not say CFP. And in my world, everyone knows who the CPA is and a CFP is. Okay. In Linda's world, she might be clueless. Or in Emily's world, she might be like, what's a CFE? Okay. Could be a certified financial examiner. Okay. A CPA in New York City, there's 2 CPAs in New York City. A certified public accountant, and then a certified pants and alterist. You don't know that. Okay? I worked in the garment district. Okay? A CPA, if you're talking to a garment person, they're looking for a certified pants and alterist. And that's important. Because if someone just bought a $2,000 Vera Bradley, I don't know, Vera Wang gown in New York City, and you're a CPA, all right, that industry stands for certified pants and alterists. Someone who's certified to take a $1,500 gown and make it right. Okay? So do not use acronyms. Okay? All right? Like UT. Is that University of Texas? Or is that University of Tennessee? Or is that University of Tallahassee? I don't know. So you got to say specifically. Okay? So when we look at 30-second elevator speech, it's not in the elevator. People have asked me and go, oh, I'm going to go practice in the elevator. No. Where are you going to practice? Okay? You're going to practice at home. Where at home? Anyone know where at home?
In the mirror.
In the mirror. Okay? And I think everyone in this room has a mirror in the bathroom. In the bathroom. Close the door. Focus on what you want to say and practice. Okay? Practice it. Right? While you're here on campus, come up to me and say, hey, Professor Barton, or hey, John, or whatever you would like to call me. Some students call me hey, Barton. Okay? Got 30 seconds? I know what I'm getting. Okay? Right? Does it have to be 30 seconds? No. The answer to that's no. If it's 20 seconds, that's good. But you got to get your point across. So let's take a look. Okay? Concise. All right? No longer than 30 to 60 seconds. Okay? If you do it in 22 seconds, 23 seconds, that's fine. All right? Don't go on a minute. And, all right? And have some energy, too. See how I had some energy when I started? Hi, my name is John Barton. No, you don't want to know that. I don't know that. Hi, my name is John Barton. I'm the director of the undergraduate accounting program at the University of Texas at Dallas. All right? Very concise, all right? Very to the point. Use languages that people understand. Okay? Make sure they understand what a CPA is. But if you're on 58th Street and 11th Avenue, or on 32nd Street and 8th Avenue, and you say you're a CPA, they're going to look at you and go, all right, so they work in the garment district. Okay? Or if you say you're a CFE, all right, certified fraud examiner, say it's a certified fraud examiner, that you are a certified fraud examiner. Don't use fancy words to make yourself look smart. Okay? I'm very distinguished. What? All right? Or I am the most fabulous, etiquette, charismatic. I don't know. Don't use these fancy words. Get right to the point. All right? Don't use words that people don't understand. Okay? Your listener won't understand you. If you lose that opportunity, you got to hook them in. Okay? And now, that hooking in comes in a lot of different ways. One, your voice. How concise you are. What you're wearing. Okay? This morning, I met someone in the elevator, okay? And he had on a Texas Rangers shirt. Okay? Today's October 3rd, all right, and the Texas Rangers are playing for a very big game tonight. So, what did we have? We had a conversation. Okay? The conversation went pretty well. First, the guy asked me, he goes, I've never seen you here on campus. And I introduced myself. I said, hi, I'm John Barton. I'm the director of the undergraduate accounting program up on the 4th floor. He goes, oh, I heard about you. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. So then I said to him, I see you have a Texas Rangers shirt on. And we had a conversation going back about the baseball game. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. You've got to try to hook yourself in. And sometimes your appearance and what you're wearing will hook them in. Okay? Now remember, you only have 30 seconds, right, in the elevator with the person. All right? If you're in the elevator. Once again, it's not in the elevator, but it could happen in the elevator. Okay? Like here. I was in New York about 4 years ago in the Marriott Marquis. And I am a college basketball fan. I love college basketball. I've been around basketball since I've been 2. Okay? And in the elevator was Coach Knight, Bobby Knight. Okay? People don't know who Bobby Knight is. He's a very, very famous basketball coach at Indiana. His team a couple of times went undefeated. He also got himself in some trouble by throwing a chair at a student, okay, which what he shouldn't have done, but he got frustrated. Okay? I was in the elevator with him. I froze. Okay? I didn't say anything, he didn't say anything. And of all people who freeze, boom. My little daughter was in the elevator with me. And she goes, Dad, that's Coach Knight. That's your favorite coach. All right? And a conversation that then eventually pursued with Grace and Coach Knight, not me. All right? All right. So, but you have to be able to have your speech and have your thing ready. All right? Practice, practice, practice. You got to hook them in. Okay? And that hook comes in a lot of different ways. Communication. Okay? Number 1, communication. Number 2, appearance. Number 3, confidence. You can say, I'm confident. Okay? And I've been told that. Okay? And the only reason I'm confident is because I practice. I practice all the time. Whether or not it's in the classroom, okay? Whether or not it's with a bunch of executives, or whether or not, and I'll give you a social thing, whether or not I'm out at a restaurant. I practice all the time. Okay? Even when I'm on the basketball court, which I'm still on the basketball court. I always practice with them. All right? If I'm coaching 15-year-olds or if I'm coaching 10-year-olds, I'm constantly practicing. Okay, my communication skills. Constant, which is extremely important. Okay? Powerful. Use words that are powerful and strong. Grab their attention. Okay? Grab their attention right away. Certified public accountant. Okay? Each one of you in this room have a certain level of grabbing their attention. Okay? So let's start. Let's practice. Give me something that you think you can grab somebody's attention about yourself. I'll pick on you, right there. What can we grab? We'll work on it. That's what we're here to do, right?
Energetic.
You're energetic.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to the University of Texas at Dallas.
Exactly.
Do you work?
No, I do not.
No. Have you ever worked?
Of course I do.
Okay. Where have you worked?
Murphy USA.
Murphy
USA. Murphy Oil Company.
Murphy Oil Company. All right, which is a subsidiary of the #1 corporation in America, Walmart, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. You're asking how does Barton know that? I don't know anything other than stick it in. Stick the oil or the gasoline in the tank. But I buy sometimes my gas at Walmart and I see Murphy Oil. Okay? You got to be cognizant. You got to be aware. Okay? I think Walmart's here today, if I'm 100% sure. All right? They're interviewing. All right? So you worked at Murphy Oil. What's your first name?
It's Brandon.
Brandon. Hi, my name's Brandon. I worked at Murphy Oil for 3 to 5 years. Murphy Oil is owned by the leading retailer in the world, Walmart. I'm a student at the University of Texas, majoring in accounting. Okay, notice I have to get that accounting in. All right, majoring in accounting. How can I help you? All right. What else? What else do we got to know about you?
I don't know.
Give me a couple of things.
I don't know.
Do you live here in Dallas?
Yeah, I live here in Dallas.
Yeah, you lived here in Dallas your entire life.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. I'm a native. Hi, my name is Brandon. I'm a student at the University of Texas at Dallas, majoring in accounting. I've lived here in Dallas my entire life. I am very interested in the oil and gas business. I've worked for Murphy Oil, which is one of the leading oil producing companies in the world. It's owned by Walmart. Keywords. How can I help you? Okay. Cool. Okay. So we just got a 30-second elevator speech with him. Bang. Now, if we ask him to go up and do what I just did, you're going to be like, he's going to stumble. I can almost guarantee he's going to stumble. He's going to go, what did Barton just tell me? All right? It's practice. It's practice. It's practice. And that's what we're going to get to today. We're going to practice. Okay. Visual. Use words that create a visual image. Certified public accountant. Does everyone know what a CPA is?
No.
No? A certified public accountant.
Well,
Yeah, but yes. But in the real world, boom. You ask my wife what a certified public accounting is, she's in healthcare. She doesn't know. Okay? If she asked me what a DRG is, I'd be like, what? That's a term in her business. But she shouldn't be talking DRG. She should, I don't know what a DRG is. Okay, some type of, diagnostic, regulatory, DRG, grading or something like that. I have no idea what it is. Okay? Or, what's the other thing that she always gets me on? Some type of medical term, I can't remember, but she gets me on these terms. I have no idea what she's talking about. Do not resuscitate. I don't know what that, DNR. All right? I'm like, a DNR? Well, I don't know what a DNR is. Or how about if I say this to you? A debit. Do you know what a debit is in accounting? All right, some of us accountants know that. Thank you. Okay. All right. But if I tell her that, if I say to her P&L, is she going to know what a P&L is? In accounting, we all know that's a profit and loss. That's the income statement. All right? So key words and make those words visible so your listeners' minds can remember it. Okay? All right? You guys can remember me, certified public accountant. All right? You know that I'm energetic. You know I have enthusiasm. You know that I like to get involved with the students. Okay? Some of you see me on campus and they come right up to me. All right? I know Emily comes up to me a lot. All right? That's what you should do. All right? Tell a story, a short story. That's a good story. All right? Brandon, yours is a great story. Native of Texas, native of Dallas. Okay? Just so you know, Dallas, I think, is the number 6th largest city in the United States. Either number 5 or number 6. Okay? It's still growing. You have the #1 franchise in the United States here. The #1 franchise in the United States is here in Dallas, Texas. The number 2 franchise in the world is here in Dallas, Texas. So who do you think's here in Dallas, Texas that's number 1? The Dallas Cowboys. Very good. Okay. The Dallas Cowboys is the number 1 franchise, sporting franchise in the United States. The number 2 sporting franchise in the world. Right? So everyone knows the Dallas Cowboys. So you should be proud of being from Dallas. Okay. All right. I'm proud of being from the Bronx. Anyone know what the number 3 worldwide sporting franchise is in the Bronx? The Yankees. I'm not a Yankee fan. Okay. But people ask me, you're from the Bronx, have you ever been to Yankee Stadium? Yes, I've been to Yankee Stadium. I've been to all 3 of the Yankee stadiums. The original one, the one they just knocked down, and then the new one. Okay. Oh, the new one I haven't been to yet. I've been to both, but I haven't been to. Okay, so tell a story. It's got to be a good story. It's got to be essential. All right? So let's go back to the visuals for a second. All right? You really got to stop? No, you really got to give them a visual sign about yourself. What are you? Boom. This is, if you know your 30-second elevator speech, and you ask any recruiter, their first to third question that they're going to ask you is, tell me about yourself. Think of an interview that you were on. Just take a second. The first, second, or third question they're going to ask you is, tell me about yourself. And if you can tell them a story that is both visual and powerful, you're that much ahead of the next candidate. Very, very simple. You're that much ahead of them. Okay? And you got to practice it. Okay. Okay, at this point, any questions? Are we comfortable?
What would you consider powerful?
Powerful? Like a certified public accountant. That's a powerful person. Okay. A graduate of the University of Texas at Dallas, okay, is a powerful person, a powerful sign. Okay. Can I help you? Notice, every time I finished, if I did Brandon's or I did my own, I always ask, how can I help you? That's pretty powerful because you're willing to give yourself to them. Okay. In Emily's case, which I know, okay, are you bilingual? Okay. All right. What's your last name, Emily? Wiga. Okay. Hi, my name is Emily Wiga. I am a graduate of the University of Texas at Dallas. I am an accounting major with a 3.98 grade point average. Okay. I am very bilingual. I speak 3 different languages. My expertise are financial statements and communication. How can I help you? Okay. Or better yet, hi, my name is Emily Wiga. I am an undergraduate accounting major from the University of Texas at Dallas. I have a 3.9 grade point average. I am the treasurer of Comets Care, which is an organization at the University of Texas at Dallas that ships packages overseas to soldiers. My expertise are in leadership and team building. I'm bilingual. How can I help you? Bang, bang, bang. Okay, and I'm going to show you a little trick how to do all this. Okay? Targeted. Okay? A great elevator speech is also targeted at a specific audience. Now, the target that we're going to use, first off, is going to be very, very general. All right? So you've got to target it to a specific audience. The first way I want you to do that is just to be general. Now, what's your goal? What's your goal here at the University of Texas at Dallas? To get a job or a degree. Okay? I say to get a job. Okay? The dean says upstairs, I want them all to get their degrees. I want you to get a better job. Because if you get a better job, you promote the university in a different light. You give back to the university. We make this university a lot better. Okay? See how Barton's thinking? All right? Boom. It's almost like a game. All right? So, target it. So if I met Mark Cuban, does everyone know who Mark Cuban is? Okay. All right? Mark Cuban is an entrepreneur. He's the president of the Dallas Mavericks. I would say, hi Mark, my name is John Barden. I'm the director of the undergraduate accounting program at the University of Texas at Dallas. I am also very, very proficient in basketball. I see that you have now opened a new high school, a homeschool high school. If you want, I will come in and lecture to those students how important it is academically and athletically to be a team player. My expertise is in team building and leadership. How can I help you? Okay. See, I'm taking little bits and pieces. All right. But once I know it's Mark Cuban, I know he's involved in basketball. I also know he's involved in starting a new high school here with some guy named Deion Sanders. Is that the right guy? All right.
No, you don't know.
All right. I don't know. I do know. Okay. And I know he recruited a very influential coach here in Dallas. Okay. To run his athletic program. So he knows that I know, and if he goes back and asks that coach, hey, I just met this guy, John Barden, you know him? Well, the coach actually does know me. All right. He wants to come in and talk about athletics and academics. Should we have him? There you go. Okay. It's also being in the right place at the right time. But if you're in that right place at the right time, you're going to have an elevator speech. You're going to be able to target that individual. Okay? All right? Now, what's happening in 32 days? 33 days.
Election.
The election! Right. So I'm going to put you in an elevator speech situation. You are going to meet Barack Obama. Okay? So I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to do this. Okay? You have to be able to convince Barack Obama that you know he's going to win. Okay? Everyone knows who Barack Obama is. Everyone knows that we're going to have an election, which is probably going to be the most closest election I think we've had ever. Okay? I don't know. I don't want to get into politics in the elevator speech. So, think of it. Think of what you'd say to President Obama. You got 30 seconds. I'll give you 30 seconds to think of what you might want to say to him.
To convince him that he's going to win?
You got it. You got to convince him. He knows he's going to win, but you want to show your support for him. Okay? Okay, who wants to volunteer for me? You can stand up when you do it. Your eyes look wide at me. Come on, give me a volunteer. What's your first name?
Alan.
Alex?
Alan.
Alan. A-L-L-E-N?
A-L-A-N.
All right, Alan. A-L-A-N. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
so, I would say, hello, Mr. President.
All right.
I believe that you're going to win because, I am a student at the University of Texas at Dallas, and I am a organizer, a political organizer, I guess I would say.
Uh-huh.
And I know Texas is predominantly Republican, but I'm taking strides, I think is the word, to educate the people about the Democratic platform and why you are the correct candidate for it.
And then you would say, good luck.
Yes,
right?
good luck, yes.
All right, so let's kind of critique them for a second. Hi, my name's Alan. Oh, hi, Mr. President. My name is Alan. I'm from the University of Texas at Dallas. Okay, as soon as he hears that Dallas, what he's going to think of. Okay, Republican state. All right? I know Dallas or Texas is a Republican state, but I truly believe that you're going to be the candidate of choice, and I'm going to support you. If you ever need anything, you can basically say, here's my number, because when you're standing next to the president, everything's wired. All right? How else can I help you? Always leave. How can I help you? That's okay. That's all right. But what are we going to do? Okay? You set some goals. You set a target.
Right.
You talked about the Republican Party. You talked about the state of Texas. You talked about yourself.
Right.
All right? So he was somewhat specific and concise. Now, meeting the President of the United States, you going to practice? Yes. Are you going to make sure you look good? Yes. You know if you're going to meet the President. You're usually not going to meet the President in the elevator. Okay? But here, let me tell you a quick story that happened to me in our elevator. Okay? I was in the elevator, and there was a gentleman that got in the elevator. It was about 7:30 in the morning, and I had a garment bag that had PricewaterhouseCoopers on it. And I had a gym bag that had PricewaterhouseCoopers on it. And the person got in the elevator, and he said to me, "Oh, you must be going to the dean's meeting." And I said, "No, I'm not going to the dean's meeting." And then the person said, "Oh, do you work here?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "My name is John Barton. I'm the director of the undergraduate accounting program. All right. And I work here, and I teach financial accounting and managerial accounting." And he goes, "Oh." So at that point, the elevator opened. He got out of the elevator. He went into the dean's meeting, okay, and said to the dean, "I just met this guy, John Barton from PricewaterhouseCoopers, who teaches here for you." And then the dean turned and said, "Oh, no, he doesn't. He's not from PricewaterhouseCoopers. He used to work there." Okay. Well, the guy searched me out, gave me his business card. He was Ross Perot's administrative assistant, his right-hand person. All right, so talk about presidency, Ross Perot, both. Okay, so you never ever know who you're going to meet. Okay, so let's just recap here for a second. All right, essential elements. Okay, we talked about being concise, powerful, visual, tell a story. Know your target audience, know your goal. You got to have a goal. Okay. Depending on the person, it's going to be a different picture. Okay? Depending on that person, it might be a little bit different. President Obama is going to be a little bit different than Tim Tebow or Ross Perot or Jerry Jones. Okay? Give me like a rock star. Who do you all know? Justin Timberlake? I don't know. All right? Britney Spears? I don't know. Okay? I was going to say the Beach Boys, but that's dating myself here, all right? So, say you meet, the Jonas Brothers, right? Is that popular here in Dallas, the Jonas Brothers? All right? Say you meet the Jonas Brothers, all right? Or the Kardashians, they're popular? All right, I don't know. Say you meet someone who's very popular. Would you be afraid to speak to them? First of all, would you be afraid to speak to them?
If you're a fan, if you respect them, then you'd be afraid of it.
Yeah, I was a little afraid when I saw Coach Knight.
Right,
Exactly.
People you adore and stuff like that.
Right.
If you don't like them or anything, you won't be so.
Right, if you don't like them, you don't want to speak to them, all right? However, they want to speak to you. I know some influential people in the athletic environment. They want to talk to you. They want to be normal too. Right? Now, don't be bothering them at a restaurant running up, "Hey, can I have your autograph?" if you meet Tony Romo. Okay, no. All right? But you might bump into him in the grocery store. Okay? So you got to be confident also about yourself. And you also got to be able to have what I call a sales pitch. All right, so know your goal. All right, so how do we do this? Here's the most important part, is how do we do it? You first need to write it down. Write down about yourself. Okay. Hi, my name's Brandon. I go to the University of Texas at Dallas. Write it on an index card. Put it someplace that you can see. Okay? Write down your objectives. Next key thing I'd like you to think about and do is write down some 10 action characteristics. Like, I'm enthusiastic, I'm friendly, I'm sociable. Okay? I'm shy. When I met Emily 2 years ago, Emily didn't talk to anyone. She's been hanging out with me for 2 years, and now she's talking to everyone, including the fire hydrant and the tree, okay, and the cup of coffee. She's getting answers back, okay, which is key, all right? Dress rehearsal. Where do you do the dress rehearsal? Who do you do the dress rehearsal with? Dress rehearsal, I always tell people, go in the bathroom, close the door in your house, okay? Talk to your spouse about it. Talk to your significant other. Get up in class. Okay? In class, talk about yourself. You're not going to be bragging. You're not going to go, oh, I got a 4.0. We don't want you to do that. Okay? Or I did this, or I did that. No. You want to get up in class and if someone says volunteer or give an answer, put your hand up. Don't be afraid. Because that's how you're going to get some good communication skills. Just like I picked on Brandon, and I picked on Alan, and I picked on Emily. So don't be afraid to talk. Okay? So that's how you're going to start practicing. All right? Also getting involved in communicating, ask your spouse, ask your friends, come ask your professor. Okay? Go to the career management services area on the second floor. They're fantastic. We, over the last, I want to say 6 months, we have stepped that up to be a world-class department. No doubts in my mind. Okay? Take advantage of it. Ask them. Ask your professor. Ask your wife. Ask your boyfriend. Ask your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. Okay? Don't be afraid to talk. All right? Because that's how you're going to sell yourself in an interview. Practice it, practice it, practice it. Okay? It's just like when I used to be a basketball player, I used to shoot foul shots all day long. I used to shoot jump shots all day long. Okay? I had an imagination that I was going to go play for the New York Knicks. Okay? All right? I still do. They're that bad. Maybe I could play. Jeremy Lin can play. I can play. All right? All right? So notice how I wrap things around basketball and sports. Okay? But that sports and that basketball are a combination of teamwork, leadership, communication. Think about the business world. Think about when they're hiring you. Think about when you got hired at Murphy Oil. They probably said, give me an example of your leadership. Give me an example of your team building. Give me an example of how you're involved. Or better yet, Brandon, tell me something about yourself. Okay? You can ask any interviewer. They're going to want to know about yourself. They're going to look at the resume, and they're going to say, hey, is this real or is this not real? They're going to ask you some specifics. And as long as you know about yourself, and you're comfortable about yourself, you can sell yourself. That's what a 30-second elevator speech is all about. Okay? All right. I have about 10 minutes. I'm going to start off with just one practice example, and then we'll open it up to any questions. Okay? You are in an elevator. You are there, and you're in Microsoft. Okay? And you're going up to the 26th floor. Okay? And on floor 14, the elevator stops, and Bill Gates gets in. What would you say to Bill Gates? Okay, everyone knows who Bill Gates is? Okay. Gates Foundation, the owner of Microsoft. Okay, he's a dropout out of Harvard. Okay, he's probably one of the top 10 most wealthiest people in the world. Okay, what would you say to Bill Gates?
We're going on the 26th floor.
You're going up with him.
Job interview?
Yeah, you're going up for a job interview. Okay, Bill Gates gets in on floor 15. He's going up with you to 26. You're going up for an interview. You're not interviewing with Bill. What do you do? And I'll share an example with you, something similar that happened to me here at the University of Texas at Dallas 7 years ago. You know who Bill Gates is, right? Okay. I'll give you about 30 seconds. And then I'll share my University of Texas at Dallas 7 year ago experience. Oh, Okay. All right. Okay. What's your first name?
Tam,
Tam. Okay. What do you do, Tam?
I'm a day trader.
You're a day trader. Okay. All right. Now let's reverse this now, Tam. Okay. All right. I'm Bill Gates. The elevator just stopped. Okay. You're going up to 26 for an interview for his company.
Yes.
Okay. Now present to me your 30-second elevator speech.
Okay. I know how hard it is to earn money. I immigrated to this country. I joined the Navy for 4 years. And what I do is I used to own a multi-million-dollar business with a few people, and I help manage. And I think with my experience, I'll be a great asset to your company.
Okay, not bad, not bad. We can work on it, right? We can give some techniques. Okay, all right. Let's start a little bit. I'm going to critique you. All right. So hi, Mr. Gates. I wouldn't call him Bill. Okay. Hi, Mr. Gates. My name's Tam. I'm going up to the 26th floor. Okay, to interview. Don't ask him where he's going. All right, because he probably got in the elevator and didn't hit the button. And he's looking at 26, and that's the top of Microsoft. Okay? Hi, let's repeat that again. Hi, Mr. Gates. My name's Tam. I'm going to be interviewed today here at Microsoft. A little bit about myself. I owned a multi-million-dollar company. You might want to tell them where it was. Okay? I'm bilingual. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
All right? I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm here to add value to your company. How can I help you?
That's great.
All right? Pretty much about 20 seconds. Okay. See how fast and concise it was? Yeah. Okay, here's my quick story. And then we'll stop at 11:45 and we'll give you guys, open it up to some questions. Okay? 7 years ago, we decided to move from New York to Dallas. My family and I. Okay? Sent out a bunch of resumes. I got an interview at SMU, got an interview at University of North Texas, and I got an interview here at the University of Texas at Dallas. Okay? While I was waiting to be interviewed, the dean walked past me, and I recognized him because I did my research. Okay? I knew I was coming into the School of Management. I wasn't going to be meeting him. I was just going to meet the accounting department. And the accounting department was going to decide whether or not I was going to talk to the dean, or the dean was going to talk to me. Okay? So while I was sitting there waiting, okay, the dean walked in. He looked at me and I looked at him. What did I do? I stood up. I said, "Hi, Dean Pacol. My name is John Barton. I'm from Binghamton University. I'm here to interview for one of the accounting positions that you have open. I'm really, really interested in the University of Texas at Dallas. How can I help you?" Okay, he just took like one look at me and he goes, "Who the hell is he?" All right? I was dressed nice. All right? I articulated, I think, okay. I said Binghamton University, which clicked in his mind. Okay? And I've got to know the dean. I should have said, I'm a graduate of St. John Fisher College in Rochester, New York, because he spent about 7 years in Rochester, New York. St. John Fisher is a very, very small Catholic school, which everyone in New York State knows about. Okay? And he was a little bit impressed. So when the committee came back, was he going to ask about this red-headed guy, Barton, who was in a nice suit, okay, who spoke differently and articulated okay? Yes. Okay. And I've been here 7 years ever since. Okay. So the objective of a 30-second elevator speech is to sell yourself, to be concise, and practice. It's not easy, but you got to practice it. So, all right. Open to any questions, anything at all.
Yes.
Yes.
Whenever you said, "I'm here, how can I help you?" I don't feel comfortable with that. Explain why you say, "How can I help you?" Because it might not be pertinent to...
All right. The reason I tell people, "How can I help you?" because I want them to feel relaxed a little bit. That helps. When anyone ever asks me, "Can you help me?" in my position, I would always say yes. And I'm like, "Hey, how can I help that person?" Okay? All right? That's why I say it. Now, if you don't like saying it, then don't say it. If you're not comfortable saying it, don't do it.
I don't feel like I'm prepared to help someone yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes
I'm still a
sense.
student,
Right.
so.
That makes sense from your position. When I have like 30 years of experience, I can help them in communication. I can help them in team building. I can help them in leadership. And most of all, I can help them read a financial statement. And they know that. Okay? All right? Here's a prime example that happened to me 4 days ago. Okay? Last Friday. Okay? 4 or 5 days ago. The basketball coach, men's and women's basketball coach, know that I can do leadership training because I trained at PricewaterhouseCoopers, I trained at the Bureau, at the FBI, okay? And they said, can you give us some training on leadership and team building? Okay. And I said, sure. Okay? So we're going to put a leadership conference together for those guys. All right? Because I said, hey, how can I help you guys? And they were like, well, can you do this for us? It's like, yeah. Yeah. For the men's side, I've been doing it for 5 or 6 years now. The women's side, they're really interested. So maybe we'll put them both together. All right? So when you get that experience, I can already tell you have experience. I can tell by looking at you, you have experience. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you can see, I'm a non-traditional student.
Non-traditional student, yes.
I have a lot of transferable skills.
You have fantastic skills.
However, I did a lot of manual labors that did not require any education.
Yeah, such as what? Raising a family? Did you?
Raising a family by myself,
Okay.
working 2 to 3 jobs, making a living.
Uh-huh. Okay, what's your first name?
Gail.
Gail. All right? Gail, to me, is the ultimate team player. Okay? 2 or 3 jobs, raised a family, worked 24/7, okay? And is determined and energetic and enthusiastic to go get her degree. So now we got to write those down, all right? You got to write them down, okay? Where'd you work?
I worked for Albertsons. I worked for JCPenney's, Taco Bell.
Okay.
I drove a truck.
All right. You drove it. All right. Forget that. All right. She is the ultimate customer service person who gets the job done. Okay. Hi, my name's Gail. I'm an undergraduate accounting major at the University of Texas at Dallas. I am a strong team player. I have worked in retail. I've dealt with customer service. I've dealt with conflict. I get the job done. Come to me and I'll deliver. All right? Notice I didn't say, how can I help you? Change those words around because she's not comfortable with you. Come to me and I'll deliver for you. She's worked, you know, you can say, you worked in time. Boom, 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 boom. Those skills, okay, believe it or not, are tremendous. Okay? You just got to find that right employer.
Right.
All right? You got to find it. And trust me, those employers are out there. They will help you. All right? Once again, I'm going to direct you to the Career Management Services Center. Right? On the 2nd floor, come off the elevator. Okay? If you're on the east side of campus, east side? Right? The east side of campus, come off the elevator and just walk straight ahead until you walk into the glass door. All right? Right? It's on the east side. Okay? So, use those services while you're here. All right? So does that help you guys?
Very much so.
All right. All right. That's the other thing. Barton's here to help you. All right? I try to keep quiet on campus. Okay? But if I can help you guys, come to me. All right? Come practice. Ask me questions. What other questions do you have? Yes?
When we talk about essential elements,
Essential elements.
yeah, we say telling stories, but what kind of story will be?
What? We just did, Gail, what type of stories do you have? You have stories I can already tell. Just by looking at you, I can tell you have stories. Okay? One, you came back, you're a non-traditional student at the University of Texas at Dallas. That's fantastic. As soon as our retailers and our employers know that we have that type of resource, and they're beginning to know it, they're going to be knocking on our door. Okay? Because they want reliable, competent individuals. So, what have you done over the last 10 years?
I work for Banco Comunicación in my case, computer service.
Okay, so you're in the computer area, computer service area for Bank of America? Or
No, it's just like on the card services in the operation department.
on the card services, so the ATM card or the credit card?
Actual card.
The actual card. Okay, all right, right there, that's a skill in itself. Okay, because that actual card is a form of communication, right? Form of security. The card itself is security. Password security. Okay? So you're going to be a trusted employee because you have some inside knowledge of Bank of America. And you decided to come back here and get your degree. Okay? The best thing, and I have a lunch today with the dean, okay, or the undergraduate Dean Marilyn Kaplan. The best thing that we should have each and every one of our students here at the University of Texas at Dallas do is put together a 30-second elevator speech. And I did it for my professional development class. It was the best thing I ever did. Those of you who are in that 3100 class, 3100, okay, the best thing you ever did. One, I want to see if you're technologically advanced. Can you post something to YouTube? Right? That's not advanced, okay? But can you post something to YouTube? Can you get a camera to take a picture of you? Can you articulate and present yourself in a professional manner? You're going to communicate, right? You're going to present yourself however you're dressed. You're going to put yourself in an environment that's going to be a little bit different, okay? And we're going to critique you. And you're going to talk to us, and we're going to get a visual of you. All right? So you should try that. Even I did it. Okay? And I didn't like mine. I did it 7 times, but I still didn't like it. All right? It's out there on YouTube. I actually have it posted. So, yes, you've done something. Whether or not you're a traditional student, like Emily, okay? She's involved in Commons Care. I think you're in Beta Alpha Psi. And NABA, right? The National Association of Black Accountants. You know, I want you on Beta Alpha Psi. All right, I'll get you in there somehow. All right? Certain of them do have requirements, okay? But you should get involved. Because guess what? That's selling yourself. You're being concise. You're using specific words. You set a goal. All those key things that we talked about. Okay?
I have a question.
Yes, yeah.
You preach networking, networking, networking in the 30-minute speech. So, what are some of the things that we can do out in the community to build community relations by networking and giving, like, some examples of where we can go, places we can go, and
Susan B. Coleman, October 20th, down at North Park. Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
North Texas Food Bank. Okay? Here in Capel, where I live, look in your community. We're building, the community's building it. Not the people who run the parks. The community is building a park for little kids. Okay? So volunteering is like the key thing, getting involved. Here, I'll share something personally with you. All right? It's very, very personal. And I've done this for 10 years. I'm a Eucharistic minister, okay, at Capel St. Anne's, an extraordinary, expert Eucharistic minister. So when you give out communion in church, boom, I do that. I coach a basketball team. All right, I do that. I'll do a free leadership conference for the men's and women's basketball thing. All right. That's what I like to do. Okay. So there's different things as a student you can get involved in. You can be involved in Beta Alpha Psi. You can go into the accounting coaches program. You can go into the accounting club. Okay. You can go into, I think we have this new thing called ALA, the Accounting Leadership Association. You can go into that. Okay. You can go into cultural connections here at the university. So there's tons of things here you can do to get involved in, both inside and out. Right? Whenever you see those television screens or you go into the career management services and they have all those things listed, I would go to them all. I would also go to something different. I'll pick on NABA. Okay? NABA stands for the National Association of Black Accountants. Okay? Can only black people go to that? No! So go to it. One time when I was in college, okay, Cornell University was having this big career fair. All right? And I went to it. First, when I went, the first hour of it, they wouldn't let me in. Okay? So I waited and hung out and hung out. But I knew I could get in. All right? Eventually, I got in, and I started passing out my resume. Okay? So that was just something different that I did. All right? So don't go down to SMU. Go to ours. All right? I don't want to take anything for your time. Okay, I'll take one more question because I have class in 5 minutes. Yes?
When you're setting yourself in 30 seconds in a really fast way, and would that be so aggressive? And then how can
No, don't go fast. No. I didn't sell myself fast.
Say too much information in 30 seconds and really difficult, right?
No, you want to be concise, all right? And you don't want to be aggressive. You don't want to be obnoxious. Here, you want me to give you my obnoxious one? Hi, my name's John Barton. I got a 3.9 from Manhattan College. I work for PricewaterhouseCoopers. I was a senior lecturer, and then I worked for this big manufacturing company, and I got to drive on the corporate plane, okay? And then I was sitting next to Billy Joel and Richard Gere. Robert Gere? What's his name? Richard Gere, okay? I don't want to tell people that way. So you want to be polite, okay? And you want to be confident. I can see you. I can see you. I got to get you some confidence. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that help you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you want to be concise. You want to practice it. You want to be confident. Okay? And you don't want to tell everyone what you've done. Okay? All right? I'm married to the best healthcare professional in the world. All right? That's my opinion. All right? Someone else says that about her too, but I don't say that about her. All right? All right. Any other questions? Okay. All right. Thank you for coming, and I'm going to just disconnect it, and then we'll go from there. All right. Thanks.